It's time for the grand final, the 2025 D1NZ Drifting Championship. Back at the concrete jungle, it is Mercury Baypark Stadium in the Bay of Plenty. It is all about the concrete walls as we get into the tandem eliminations. And here is the track rundown. The drivers will be looking to attack this weekend. A standing start off the front straight with a short run up into initiation, up on the cambered bag and running a wide line around that first outside zone. Firing through to an inside clip on the left-hand side of the track for the first transition, switching again to an outside zone through the teardrop and driving back around to outside zone 5, a massive wall ride again to return onto the front straight. And taking us for a virtual lap around here is D1NZ chase judge Benkai Bruin, thanks to Team Swarm.
So we have the Drift Japan S15 from Swarm Drift. We're going to see a nice flick onto the bank, nice and high, minimal left foot to get up there, full throttle around this zone. We're then going to have a switch through the middle where there's 2 inner zones or inner clips and then to an outer zone, full throttle application through here, minimal left brake, no handbrake, and then a big full power switch onto the wall. A little bit of left foot or handbrake to stabilize, but ideally we want you nice and high up on the wall there. Minimal left foot, minimal handbrake. Fill that all the way up across the finish.
The voice of Benkai Bruin taking us on a virtual lap around Baypark, and here is your judging lineup for round 5. Former D1NZ pro driver and speedway pilot Matt Kwok is your lead judge with 100 points on offer. Benkai Bruin bringing his 20 years experience in the sport to D1 this year as our chase judge. Tony Gallagher knows just how hard the concrete walls are around here from his speedway days, and former Drift South champion Joel Counter is back again as our driving standards observer and review judge for the event. And these are the penalties to look out for in competition. The most crucial one to look out for right off the start line is making sure the lead car doesn't cross that initiation line. We expect big score deductions, wheels off track, straight lines, bobbles, all the usual penalties and unforced errors. Our 3 strikes rule is also back for round 5, where single wheel drops are now accumulative. Hitting the lead car, forcing it offline is also going to be one to watch out for around here as these guys go door to door one final time for the 2025 D1NZ Championship Series.
All right, so here we go into the first battle. Remembering, okay, so the challenge here is Luke Fink. Luke Fink, does he reset the record for most points ever amassed in a 5-round D1NZ season? Luke Fink, is he on for, I called it the Will Brown season, right? Can he make the podium? Here is the battle tree. Adam Davies battles Matty J. Kurt Blackie against Ethan Faithful out of Australia. Brody Maher, the Tasmanian, against Adam Whitehead. Connor Heligan driving the Justin Patterson car battles Calvin Clark. Luke Fink, your champion in waiting, battles Jordan Joyce. Daniel Woolhouse, Clayton Dalley. The wild style of Sean Potroz battles the unpredictable Alex Griffin. And dangerous Dave Steedman battles Cole Armstrong. So pretty solid 16 there. Kenny, any one of those names I feel could grab round silverware?
Yeah, well, who's going to take a place in the Drift Japan top 8? With the likes of these wildcards too, you got the local wildcards of Cole Armstrong and Calvin Clark in the mix.
And nothing to lose and no care at all. Like
they're out for scalps.
Yeah, Cole Armstrong would love nothing more than to wander back in and go, hey, I'm the 2-time DK. You guys still bow before me. And he'd do it on home soil, and he'd do it with a big old smile on the face with his boys here and his partner in the stands supporting him, cheering him on as Adam Davies back behind the wheel of the 13B. If you did not watch qualifying, you won't know that he jumped out of the 20B car and into the 13B that they sometimes call it the unicorn, don't they, Kenny? Because it's been driven by just about anyone and everyone under the sun.
Oh.
And now that car is straight. Oh, no! Oh. Adam Davies, what has happened there?
Down on Struggle Street, which has been one of the contentious places to drive today in the wet, has been that second transition. He's in the wall.
Tags the wall.
Hard on the limiter to try to get the rear end back out. Flame spitting and opens the door for Matty.
Oh,
but Matty J's had a moment. Oh my God.
What is going on? The wheels have fallen off all of a sudden.
First lap of the top 16.
All right, on to the second pass we go. Matty J, the privateer, will lead him away. Matty J, of course, part of that battle with Brody Maher at the Mount Smart round Brody Maher. And Matty had an interesting battle. That was the first time Matty had ever driven on semi-slick tyres, but he seems to have found his feet. Not that semi-slicks make a huge amount of difference, Kenny, when there's that amount of moisture out there on that concrete surface. And Adam Davies looks like he's fighting that car. Adam Davies is usually one of those drivers who's right up in the chase pocket, but it just doesn't look like he could put down there. Oh, Davies!
Massive moment.
And then Matty J tags the wall.
Sparks are flying up on the Repco wall ride.
This is a huge story in the 16, Kenny. Has Adam Davies' season
so the top
just gone
qualifier
mechanically for him?
I got to ask, what happened on the last run?
Just everything about it was ugly. Let's be honest, but yeah, it's just so horrible out there, and long time out of the car, 3 hours, and yeah, not much of a sight lap.
All right, well, I'm going to tell you the bad news. Matty J got the win.
Yeah, I figured that would be the case. Yeah, just horrible. Just huge thanks to my team, and hey, you can qualify first. That doesn't mean anything today, does it? So anyway, huge thanks to my team, my sponsors, everyone that's helped me out through the season. It's been up and down, but anyway, we'll come back next year, hopefully.
Good man. Matty J gets the win. Keske, talk to him. Just got the win. How do you feel, mate?
Oh, ecstatic. I mean, to take a win off a guy like this that's been doing it for a number of years, I can't even think. But yeah, we're not here to lose anyway. So, you know, that's the ultimate goal. I feel bad for him, you know, with whatever points. I'm only coming in for a couple of rounds a year. So go look at the car because she's getting a little bit hot. She's making some funky noises, but yeah.
You get going, mate. Get ready for the next one. Well done.
How do you reckon you tame 1,000-odd horsepower on this type of surface, Kenny? Because it's basically like putting it's like 1,000-pound grizzly in a cage, right? put a lion in a phone box.
The SR Grizzly.
Brody
Maher really working
Whitehead,
the wheel,
massive issue.
Brody Maher's fighting the car. You talk about that power delivery. It's very stop-starty, stabby the way he's trying to get it to flow. And Adam Whitehead trying to follow in, but he tags the wall, bumpers off the car.
So Adam Whitehead's had that big correction in the UDC teardrop, but then Brody Maher has had a very unsettled lead lap there.
1,000 horsepower out of a 4-cylinder turbo, like it's nuts. This car has just been absolutely crazy to watch throughout the season. Adam Whitehead running that JZ package in the Pertec S14, and we are away.
Almost need to have that viral moment of the season. So, Adam Whitehead has run the yellow line there, Kenny. Are we going to see the big deduction from the judges? He didn't cross it, but he touched it.
Well, there's a couple of touches, so he was...
But then Brody Maher's car, you can hear it popping and banging off the limiter. Has he had to go down again just to try and keep it sideways?
I don't know how big of a penalty that might just be, but we'll see what happens the rest of the run. Wheel
Maher
in the dirt there for Brody Maher on a tighter line. There. Oh, and he's had another step. Oh, where is Adam Whitehead going? The car had no pace. It's just wheel spinning through the teardrop, and now they back up onto the wall. Adam Whitehead takes the wall, still manages to feed some lock into it and holds it. I thought he was about to loop that out, but there it is.
Whitehead does loop it out.
He did such a great job after I just thought once he tagged the wall, the way that it moved, I thought he was going to loop it out, but he managed to feed more steering into it and crab it out.
Okay, you rolled the dice, you got snake eyes, you go through.
Awesome. I just wanted to do a quick shout out. Obviously, this car's been really hard to turn around after the fire, and we had so many mechanical gremlins. We're here till like 2:30 last night. It's a big shout out to Part Shop Max NZ, Dalley for staying here, 57D boys. My tuner back home, Race Tech Performance. He's been putting tune-ups in his car between every session. We've finally got it pretty good, so yeah, let's get after it.
So Connor Heligan driving the Justin Patterson MTF S15, battling against Calvin Clark. Now, the cars are pretty similar in terms of Calvin Clark, Cole Armstrong, but there is a big HB on the front corner of Cole Armstrong's car. So it is Connor Heligan out front. Connor Heligan still well and truly in the fight for the first Kiwi home. We have lost Adam Davies already, so Connor Heligan needs to stay in the battle here to try and be the first Kiwi home with our potential champion in waiting. Mr. Fink about to do battle for the first time in the 16 after this battle. You'll see behind the wheel the VIP frame and truss entry, and Connor Heligan just massaging that wall there, Kenny. Calvin Clark's gone right to the inside. He's just like he's watching. Yeah, just watching. So Connor Heligan, MTF S15. Now he can cross the line. It was only the lead car that must stay to the left-hand side of the initiator. Calvin Clark tags the wall, runs the bash bar along it. This is the SR20 powered machine One of the two, the avocado green machines, Calvin Clark, Cole Armstrong, returning for their home at Baypark round. Armstrong plumbing on the door on both cars.
Good switch from the pair of them.
You'll notice. Oh no, Connor Heligan!
I'll take that. That was
Kenny. That was your fault. That was you, Kenny.
Oh no. Oh, but Calvin's just tagged the wall as well. He's got to try and pull something back out in the lead. He's got to pull a lap together in the lead.
Connor
There it
Heligan.
is. Connor Heligan going through with the win. And I do wonder, there's a couple of zeros floating around in there. We'll have to talk to the judges.
I think you needed that one. Obviously, that was a bit of a spin, but man, how are you?
It is so dicey out there, man. It's seriously crazy. We've just been battling the whole weekend, right up until that drive. We went for mechanical just before, so yeah, unreal. It's great, yeah.
Well done, mate. See you in the next one. Go on, get ready.
Straight into battle. So this is Luke Fink and Jordan Joyce. Luke Fink, Jordan Joyce, Luke Fink driving the VIP Raymond Trusses LSX powered S15, and Jordan Joyce 2JZ 800 odd horse stock street auto, and Jordan Joyce has trapped himself in a very awkward position there, Kenny. He went to transfer way too early, but then Luke Fink runs a wheel up wide. So a mistake there from Luke Fink in the lead. Now Luke Fink needs to try and stay in competition as he hunts for at least 4th place to try and grab a New Zealand Series record for most points. But now he's tagging the wall as Luke Fink in a borrowed car. Whoa, 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 sparks for Luke Fink.
Luke Fink entering early. Joyce up on that high line. Luke Fink unafraid of getting on the door. He's been one of those chasing battlers, those animal drivers. We see it year on year from Luke Fink. Wants to get on the door, and he is pushing through the teardrop. Hanging with that NZKW S14. Jordan Joyce leading out in the 2JZ. Is Luke Fink really going to continue this pressure all the way through the last outside zone? Jordan Joyce up on the wall. Tries to return serve to Luke Fink, opens the door for Fink to get right up on the door. What a lead run, and what a chase. What a battle from the pair of them.
Luke Fink gets the win.
Oh, it was fun because we were having a bit of banter in the pits there. I'm saying, oh, you know, you're never late in a V8, and he's got the JZ. We're having the rev-ups before we go out and stuff, and it's good to get a win under my belt in this car. Can't thank, obviously, JDM, who I'm racing here for, but VIP for letting up their car. This thing's an absolute monster. Just allows me to get savage on these boys.
Yeah, it looks like you're enjoying it, mate. Well done.
Fink and the 4-time New Zealand Drift champion behind the wheel of the Castrol Mustang, with the Aidan Daly machine being driven by Clayton Daly. Unfortunately, the supercharger on Clayton's regular car failed, and we are on board with the drone with George from Inspire You Media, chasing the cars around the inside of Baypark. And
oh no, Fink has got it all wrong. Clayton Daly in with the pass. Passes the Castrol Mustang.
Wild.
Down in the teardrop. Clayton Daly putting it on for his hometown fans. The Banger is trying to get back up on the door.
Did Finger touch him or not? So here we go. He's going to put the pressure on young Clayton Daly now for Team RHP, Team WFM. Big local following here for Clayton Daly, the ever-smiling young man, but he has got the wily old coyote behind him. Fangadan, the 4-time New Zealand champion. He is a 4-time champion for a reason. He is a pure talent behind the wheel, a wheelman, if you like, Kenny, of the old school style. He doesn't run comms. He's very analog. He's very methodical in his driving, and he's just aggressive. He is just Fangadan.
Clayton Daly doing a great job out in the lead. Tags the wall, sparks are flying. Fangadan takes the opportunity to get back closer up on the rear quarter, applies some pressure. A couple of V8s out there battling it out. Chevrolet versus Ford.
It is Clayton Daly.
Clayton, mate, what a run. How did that feel?
Hey, first of all, I want to say thanks to Fink. It's awesome driving people like him. Really awesome dude. Yeah, just super, super, super cool. Yeah. Now, like I've said before, it's a childhood dream. You're driving people like Fingers, so yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be pretty tricky to judge that. You know, like it was only 2 wheels off, but hey, you know, like it's a pretty unchaseable run as well. You know, so but yeah, it's one of those things. We just got to come back bigger and stronger next time, you know.
Faithful leading out. The C33 in the round curve. Blackie's had a massive moment. Oh, and he's got jet pro racing down on the inside. And Ethan Faithful's just got to put a clean lap together now.
Too much time on the wave runner, young fella. Oh, and then Faithful, is he going to hold that?
Oh, he's pushed super wide.
Did he push him
Blackie
off?
trying to give him a tag on the rear.
Well, who's his drift at? Fanga Dan. Anything Dad can do, I can do as well. Kurt Blackie out there channeling it. Oh, Kurt Blackie.
And he loops it out. Kurt Blackie just struggling in the chase there, and Ethan Faithful.
Ethan Faithful looked over, did you see that? He looked over his shoulder to work out where he was. Kurt Blackie with some work to do here. Ethan Faithful just sitting back here. Knows that he doesn't have to do anything overly crazy here, Kenny. Sort of been there, done that, talked about the kind of, everyone loves to throw around inactive chase, right? But in this type of condition, you don't need to be silly, and you don't need to put yourself in a position where you can actually find yourself trapped or in a place on the track where you've got no option but to effectively zero yourself out, and then you open yourself up to that one more time type result. There's no, is it the wheel on it? Is it the wheel or the tyre?
Oh my God,
just
and it
caught
followed
his
him
own
through
tyre.
the pit chute.
Catch it, Steedman, catch it. Catch it, Steedman.
No way.
Down to Stephen McIver in the pits. I hope you caught that tyre. Who caught it?
Yeah, I did catch it. I'm just waiting a result. Okay, so the result goes like this. Ethan gets the win. I'll talk to Mr. D-Laminate in a minute. Ethan, mate, you're doing pretty well in a borrowed car. How's that?
Yeah, it's pretty scary because I'm scared I'm going to get a decent bill after this.
Yeah, the rear end's got a little bit damaged, but you're feeling all right?
Yeah, it's not bad, man. I'd saved the rear end right till now, so yeah, pretty stoked with that. Shout out to all the people in WA watching online and supporting me, my wife, my son Cody, and yeah, my sponsors over there tuning in.
Yeah, hard luck. We ended up doing what we did a couple years back and blow everything to pieces. So now we put on a good show for this crowd despite the weather. All these drivers are doing amazing despite the weather. It's pretty hard out there, so hats off to all these competitors and hats off to Ethan as well. Wasn't our night, but it's okay. We'll come back stronger next year. And yeah, thanks to all the sponsors, Team RHP, the whole family who couldn't do this without any of you guys. It's just one big happy family, and we're just so, you know, enthusiastic to be here, and it's just bloody been a good night. So, cheers.
Here we go with Sean Potroz and Alex Griffin. And you'll see again the... Oh, no, Potroz! Now that has hugely impacted Alex Griffin there on his initiation. Sean Potroz has had a massive moment there, and that has very significantly impacted Alex Stocky Griffin in the RHP Barra-powered S15. And then Sean's had another moment and stuck a wheel off.
With the outside zone at the end of the teardrop. Both of them need to cut in now to this single outside clip. Most of them have been missing it though with the weather, and it just sets them up slightly different for the return wall ride. Alex Griffin, has he done enough to hold some points back out of this in the chase run? With these mistakes from Sean Potroz out in front.
As you can see there, Stocky calling mechanical.
He's just taking his helmet off.
Stocky needs a push. Now, Kenny, what are the rules here? Doesn't the car need to start under its own power?
Yes, but that's when he can call us 5. The run's finished.
Okay, so he's entitled to do that, right?
It needs to start under his own power to leave the battle.
I heard him say gearbox. Very, very important battle here for Dave Steedman. Dangerous Dave doesn't really doesn't show a lot of emotion. Very practiced driver, student of the game. Cole doesn't look that rusty, does he, Kitty? Cole Armstrong, the way that you can tell the difference between Cole and Kelvin is the big HB on the front of the bonnet. And Cole has the RB30 underneath the bonnet. Kelvin has the SR20. So that is Cole Armstrong behind the wheel there of the other green machine. Kelvin, we've already seen about right on the door from Cole Armstrong. Doesn't show any form of rust at all. Stays in the drift, does Armstrong. Stays on the gas, keeps the wheels turning. Dave is allowed to transition over in front of him. Cole Armstrong showing his experience there. Kenny got back out of it, but stayed on the gas there, kept the wheels turning, didn't go straight at all, and stays in a position there where he can put some pressure on Dave Steedman. Kenny, Cole Armstrong showing his experience there, showing why he's back and why he's a threat here. Cole Armstrong up nicely on the shelf there. Dave Steedman, though, settles nicely into his work, Kenny.
Returns the serve on the entry, tries to get right up on the door again. Dave Steedman trying to apply some pressure now. Throwing it back to Cole Armstrong. He's got to be careful not to go up too past the A-pillar.
That's the carbon copy of the first run. Did exactly what Cole did. Put himself in the same position.
Armstrong now back up on the wall, up on the high line. Dave Steedman trying to recover some track position back.
Cole came off the. Did Cole come off the wall really early then? David Steedman stays in a split decision. David Steedman stays in. Dangerous Dave is still in with the hunt for first Kiwi home.
Keeps you in the hunt for first Kiwi home in the D1NZ Championship. Congratulations, because I've got to say, arguably one of the best battles, if not the best battle of the night.
It was hot. It was hot. I'm kind of glad. I'd love to go one more time with Cole, but not in that crap.
I mean, when you look at the preparation for this weekend, you're in your home base, and then you come against Mr. Two-Time, you go, oh, really?
You got no idea how much it means to beat Cole. Cole is an absolute legend, hometown hero. So it's so good.
Okay, all right, better bring him in here. Come on, well done, mate. Get ready for the next round.
There we go, into the top four after the conclusion of the 8. Matty J will battle Ethan Faithful, Brody Maher, Connor Heligan, Luke Fink, Clayton Dalley, Sean Potroz, and a dangerous Dave Steedman. So plenty of Kiwis still in the fight, and can Luke Fink close out into the 4 and get that new record as far as points? We will wait and find out what that is, and I'm sure Stephen Okeske, finger on the pulse as always, will announce to Luke Fink what his final total is for the season. Is it going to be a little jewel in the crown for potentially Mr. Fink, who has one hand on the trophy? Does he go all the way deep into the 4? Does he close out a perfect season by having another podium finish? And we're underway. Matty J, Ethan Faithful, both of these drivers competing for a spot in the final 4 for the first time. Ooh, a little bit messy on initiation there for Matty J, and it's put him right down the bottom of the track there. Needs to drift up onto the back of the Ethan Faithful driven Scott. So I was going to say Scott Dinsdale should have been driving that car at John Atwoods, but he didn't show up. So Ethan Faithful was driving the car instead of Scotty D. And then he puts it out wide there, does Ethan Faithful. First sign of a mistake from Ethan. It's been pretty smooth so far, but getting deeper into competition and obviously enjoying his experience here in New Zealand.
Takes the wall on the exit too, coming up around to the finish line. Matty J just on that lower line. Psycho JZ out in front. Matty J with the Ford Barra in behind. Matty J leading out Ethan Faithful. A little bit squirmy toing and throwing, but Ethan Faithful trying to apply some pressure now through the teardrop. Don't lock yourself out too far.
Ethan Faithful feels like he wants to go a lot faster than what Matty J's allowing him to drive. He's having to dive in and then get back out of it, dive in, get back out of it. Putting a lot of pressure on here.
J
rattled Matty J.
Up on the wall, sparks are flying, but it just doesn't. Oh, massive! Massive hit at the end there. Nearly spun the front end of it around.
We go to Stephen for the result, and it is Ethan Faithful gets the call. Ethan Faithful from Australia. Where was he originally from? Northland? Yeah.
Ethan, mate, you must be loving the Barra. How good is that?
The good old farm build by John Atwood drift.
You're loving it, mate?
Yeah, it's a killer car, man. It's people don't understand, it's actually a pretty good build, man. It's got all the good bits. Just a semi-average driver right now.
You're through to the top 4, mate, so keep it going.
Cool.
As we are released here, Brody Maher will lead away with the SR Plenty 2.4 litre 1,000 horsepower car. And Kenny, the car has looked out of sorts. Oh, there it is again. There's a waiver in the front end, and Brody Maher has looked really out of sorts here. And you see the early transition there from Connor Heligan trying to put the pressure onto the back of Brody Maher here. Connor Heligan will be very comfortable in Justin Patterson's MTF Cambridge sponsored S15 2JZ underneath the bonnet, of course. That is the car Justin built after he had a, shall we say, an unfortunate incident here at Baypark. And Brody Maher tags the wall and straightens up. Now, Connor Heligan's down on a really low line, but then Brody Maher has tagged the wall, and that has straightened him up there. So will the judges hit him hard? Here we go. Connor Heligan will lead away this time, and it is... oh, no! Round he goes. Connor Heligan has looped it and tagged the wall in front of Brody Maher, and the red lights come on because that is no longer chaseable for Maher. Is that all she wrote for Connor Heligan? And here it goes, and locking in for an all-Australian semi-final, Brody Maher. So Brody Maher, Ethan Faithful on one side of the tree, Kenny. Luke Fink.
Brody, mate, obviously you're going against one of your teammates. I mean, unfortunate way to win, but you're through.
It's definitely not the battle I wanted. Obviously, the Heligan family, big shout out to them. Like, obviously they've been looking after my car all year. We've been doing lots of practice battles. I really wanted to send it out there. I know he was sending it out there too. We left it all on the line, but yeah, it's really hard. The track is starting to dry up a little bit, and the wall is dry in a few spots, but wet in a few spots as well. So yeah, it's super hard.
Connor, it was one of those nights. It has been one of those nights for you. What happened on that last run?
I don't know about night. I think weekend's probably more of a fitting term. Yeah, we've been battling since Thursday night practice session. So yeah, it's been a real big weekend so far. Massive battle. So yeah. I knew that was going to be a tough one with Brody. I knew he was going to push 110. Obviously, you know, good mates, and that's just the way it rolls. So.
And here we go with Luke Fink leading away from Clayton Dalley. Can Clayton Dalley fly the New Zealand flag? Can he take out Luke Fink, something that no one else has really been able to do this season? Here comes young Clayton Dalley, 22 years old from Tauranga, battling the veteran drifter Luke Fink. He is an international champion. There was a little bit of a puff of dirt there, Kenny, but I think it's just stuff on the track. I don't think Luke Fink was anywhere offline there, and Luke Fink now has created distance over Clayton Dalley, and you can see the sparks flying, and more importantly, Kenny, you can see the smoke coming off those tyres.
Really interesting example there of the line that Luke Fink is trying to hit, that the judges are looking for, but did he push too far?
I'll tell you what he's going to do. He's going to push young Clayton Dalley around this track in the Team RHP, Team WFM machine, and Luke Fink doing what he does best, putting the pressure on the young driver out front. Luke Fink in the VIP Frame and Trust Dan Caldwell own machine, LSX underneath the bonnet, 427, 1200 odd horsepower at his disposal. The Tri-Ace tyres. Luke Fink, international champion in waiting of the D1NZ, and here he comes attacking young Clayton Dalley, and he's put the pressure on him. And has he forced a mistake out of young Clayton Dalley? Young Clayton Dalley keeps his head there, gets up onto the wall, but here comes Luke Fink again, showing why he's at one of the best. Oh, Luke Fink takes his own front bumper off. Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, put your hands together. Both of them stay in it. Get loud, Baypark.
Exhaust dragging for most of that run there from Clayton Dalley in his brother's car. Luke Fink.
Luke Fink.
Unanimous, locks it in and moves through to the next bracket.
Luke, you've got to be happy with that. I think both of you are pretty happy with that run, but how was it?
Mate, it's obviously a challenge against each other, but we're battling the track. It's starting to grip up now in spots. It's slippery. I can't even comprehend to you guys how friggin' hard it is to drive in conditions. You obviously know, but conditions like this are the worst possible conditions you can have for drifting. The wheel speed we've got, everything else, and you're trying to judge where those tyres are going to go. 1 minute you have all the traction in the world, and next you have none.
I saw Sean Potroz just wave out the window there, said, come and get it, Dave, and Sean Potroz has rocketed out of the gate there. He needs to get up higher. Dave Steedman now going to try and close up that proximity. Sean Potroz tags the wall. Dave Steedman settles back down, gets on the left foot brake, starts to bag up those rears, transitions in nicely. Early switch from Steedman, tries to put the pressure onto Sean Potroz. You see where, oh, Sean Potroz puts a wheel off there. Dave Steedman, he is putting the pressure on. Dangerous Dave in the Mimico Hydrolink machine. Dave Steedman, he wants to be the first Kiwi home. Can he do it? Sean Potroz, is he going to be the first Kiwi home? Potroz running the wall, put your hands together. Baypark, Dave Steedman and Sean Potroz laying it down here. We've always wanted D1NZ to be an international competition, and right now we have 3 effective Australians locked into the top 4. Who's going to be the last Kiwi standing? Steedman will lead away. Sean Potroz to put the pressure on. Sean Potroz right there with Dave Steedman wavering right on the door. Potroz doing what he does best, putting the pressure on. 3-wheeling there is Sean Potroz. Dangerous Dave out front. You see the limiter start to come into effect. The lights start to flicker as Dave Steedman hits the limiter each time. You can see the pops and the bangs coming out directly under that Mimico logo. Out to the outside of the UDC teardrop goes Dave Steedman on a nice line here. Sean Potroz doing a great job sitting in the pocket there, sat nice and wide. Allowed Dave Steedman to transition in front of him. And oh, here comes Potroz. Sean Potroz cranked the full lock. He's got no more room on that steering wheel. Put your hands together, Baypark. Sean Potroz could reach out and touch Dave Steedman.
And there it is.
Dave Steedman gets the call. Dangerous Dave to the fore. What do we think is going to happen here, Kenny? Are we going to see Brody Maher?
This could get spicy. This could get pretty spicy.
A brand new, I mean, what a story it will be for Ethan Faithful to come back after 10 years away, potentially make a final. But Brody Maher is the driver in his way, and Brody Maher is a talented pilot behind the wheel. However, what we have noticed, Kenny, is that Brody Maher does seem to be fighting that car. It doesn't want to go where he wants. It's not surprising, right? The thing's been on fire. It's basically a burnt piece of toast at the moment. It's been crisp. It's had a new wiring loom. It's had new injectors put into it. It's had new just about everything underneath the bonnet. It's got that flame-lit kind of look on the back. Oh, John that wind machine was right there in transition. Ethan Faithful placed that car right in Brody Maher's switch line, and it tagged the front of it. And then Brody Maher transitions up to the wall and tags it twice. The 2 Aussie boys throwing down.
Man, that transition was tight.
Here we go. And here is Inspire You flying the drone high above the track, chasing both cars. Ethan Faithful leads away. Brody Maher in the chase position. Maher settles down into his work now. Ethan Faithful doing a nice job out front, opens the door up for Brody Maher to come and close up onto the rear quarter panel. Brody Maher starting to get some tyre smoke off the SR. Plenty, both cars cranked to lock there. Both cars.
Did he get
Brody
he got it wrong.
Massive waiver. Massive waiver. Ethan Faithful. Is he on the way to one of the amazing fairy tales within D1NZ history? A big waiver, but then he tags the wall there. I would not want to be one of the judges right now. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. They may be Aussies, but they are putting on a show here for us in Kiwiland at Baypark. And there it is Ethan Faithful.
Nice, yeah, sick man. Shout out to all my sponsors back in Oz, Sailing Tyres, TuneCorp, Pulsar Australia, and the main man, K-Fab, who keeps all my cars going.
Effectively, these are now 1 and 2 in the championship. So how does it play out, Kenny? Does the Kiwi boy get it done?
This is a repeat of the top 16 at Manfield, and that was an epic showdown. What have we got in store here at Mercury Baypark? Dave Steedman in the chase, Luke Fink leading out in the VIP entry, V8 versus RB, and sparks are flying already on the first outside zone.
Yeah, Dave Steedman settled into his work really nicely, but the reason he's able to do that is because Luke Fink is delivering a great lead run here. Luke Fink in the VIP frame and truss entry owned by Daniel Caldwell. Oh, and then there's a bit of a check up there for Luke Fink. That has interrupted Dave Steedman's flow there. Dave Steedman has settled down to that inside. Oh, and then Dave Steedman, he's gone straight. Oh no, Steedman. Now, was that caused by the lead driver? Sparks are flying off Luke Fink's car. was that the lead driver that did that, or was it Dave Steedman's mistake? Luke Fink in the chase position. This battle could be the deciding factor here. Dave Steedman out to the wall. Nice and early. Luke Fink, though, settles into his work. He is right there on the lead wheel of Dave Steedman. He is putting the pressure on. You can hear that angry V8 barking away underneath the bonnet of the VIP frame and truss machine. Luke Fink making Dave Steedman work for it. That is where we saw the check-up earlier from Luke Fink, potentially. Luke Fink right into his work there, stays with him, stays. It's almost the same from from Dave Steedman as he came back through that section there, that transition. He's just, for some reason, the angle isn't carrying for Dave Steedman. Put your hands together, Baypark, Luke Fink, Dave Steedman.
Trying to push him across the finish line. Compare the two in terms of where Luke was in his chase, but there was very subtle
decision
differences
is in, Kenny.
Yeah, those transitions, and Luke Fink goes through to the final.
Luke.
Dave Steedman battles for third and fourth.
Mate, you can't have a good chase without a great lead. Dave did a great lead. I knew he was going to do a great lead. He was up against Potroz in his last battle. I was like, that lead, he's on it, you know what I mean? And which is great for me because it means I can do my job, do a great chase. That, to me, that was very similar to my run with European guy champion. Laurie. That was like that. That was sick. So, and we both got a little bit caught in the slipperiness of the hairpin there, but other than that, it was awesome.
There we go. This is the Brodie Maher, Dave Steedman battle for third and fourth place. Brodie Maher leads away. Brodie Maher from Tasmania, Dave Steedman from right here in Tauranga. They are battling for third and fourth place. Does Dave Steedman lock in a place as the top-ranked Kiwi? And here comes Dave Steedman. He's turned up the aggression a notch. He knows he's got to take it to the SR. Plenty of the RB pride on the line here. The RB 3.2 service by vehicle service centre. Dave's business right here in Tauranga. Dave Steedman throwing it down here, Kenny. And that time it's a bit more tidy there from Dave Steedman, but Brodie Maher not making too many mistakes out front there.
Yeah, pretty good drive from Brodie Maher so far in the Drift League S13. Dave Steedman certainly applying some pressure in the chase pocket.
But here we go, Dave Steedman off the line for the final time potentially here at Mercury Baypark. Round number 5 of the D1NZ National Drifting Championship. Will Dave Steedman be the first Kiwi home? Will Brodie Maher take him out? Will it be an all mixed photo? And then Brodie Maher's had a massive check up there. Bit of a problem, stall back out of it there. Brodie Maher falls back out of formation there. Dave Steedman gets back on the gas. Dangerous Dave doing his best to bring it home for the Kiwis. Dave Steedman, we know, will put in a solid performance at the after party after this, Kenny, because he is that type of guy. Dangerous Dave loves to get down and becomes Disco Dave after a few Gisborne Powerades. And here they come across for... Oh, no! Brodie Maher's got out of it. Massive straight line for Brodie Maher. All right, so we are going to get a result, and coming home in third place is Dangerous Dave Steedman. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Dave, mate, that was an unbelievable lead from you. That was the best lead I've seen all day, considering the conditions.
Yeah, thank you. Oh man, it's really so tough. It's starting to dry up. There's a bit of grip coming around that last corner. So yeah, happy to keep it together. Having so much fun. Have we got any more battles?
yeah. Go on, mate.
Here we go. The John Atwood owned vehicle driven by Ethan Faithful up against the Dan Caldwood owned car driven by Luke Fink. One final time, ladies and gentlemen. Get up on your feet. Get your phones out. Get your cameras out. Is this the coronation of Luke Fink as our champion, as our number 2 qualifier? He will lead away, but Ethan Faithful not going to make this easy for him. And here they go into the Mimico Repco wall ride for the very final time, potentially. Fink leads out, but Ethan Faithful right there with it, making him work for it. The tyre smoke starting to come off the rear there. Ethan Faithful transitions nicely in behind him. Nice tidy run coming here from both drivers. Here is Luke Fink opening up the door, making it possible for Ethan Faithful to get right up there into the chase pocket. Ethan Faithful about a metre off him, transitions nicely underneath the Mimico sign. Was that a straight line there, Kenny? It might have just been the camera angle that tricked us. Sparks coming off the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet, get your cameras out. Start a snap in Luke Fink as he coronating himself as our champion in waiting. Alrighty, Ethan Faithful, what can he do? Can he return serve to Luke Fink? Luke Fink will put the pressure on. We've seen Luke Fink do this all season. He is in another final. It is 5 from from 5 for Luke Fink. Oh, now Luke Fink hasn't initiated. It's shut out. It is shut down, and Luke Fink very late there. Is Ethan Faithful going to win on debut here? All he has to do now potentially is complete the run and allow the judges to make the decision. Here comes Luke Fink back at him now. He's going to attack. Luke Fink needs to not be stupid here and force him off the track, but here comes Luke Fink. He is tapping, he is rubbing. Is he going to force Ethan Faithful off the track? He's given Ethan Faithful no room in order to transition there. Here comes the VIP machine. The bumper is off the front of it, up along the wall for one final time, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. Ethan Faithful and Luke Fink, the final of D1NZ. Round number 5. It is done. It is run.
Mercury Baypark, do you want one more time? I couldn't hear you. Do you want one more time? No, we haven't still got a decision, but can I ask you what happened on the run?
It wouldn't go into gear, and I don't know why. We did, the boys, when Dan drove the car earlier, he lost all the gears, and there was a linkage there, was a bit how you're going, so it could be something to do with that, or it could have just been bad operator. I don't know.
Oh, you know, I'm going to stop. Get back in the car. You're going again.
Let's go.
One more time. They're going again, Baypark. Let's do this.
Here we go, Luke Fink in the VIP frame and truss. S15, the 427 is singing out the front there. Tags the wall, the sparks go flying. Luke Fink, he is not going to leave anything to chance. This is a one and done, ladies and gentlemen. We must have a result off this. It is a one more time. It is sudden death. It is Ethan Faithful. It is Luke Fink, both in borrowed cars, and they tag. The front wheel's just about to lock. Ethan Faithful, did he give Luke Fink enough room there to transition? Ethan Faithful has fallen back there, and Luke Fink stays in the gas there. And big distance created there, Kenny. Did Faithful find himself in the wrong spot there? Final pass, this is sudden death. It is Ethan Faithful leading away from the Dan Caldwell-owned VIP entry being driven by Luke Fink. One final time, we have to have a result after this, ladies and gentlemen. Who goes home with the silverware? Is it Luke Fink? Is it Ethan Faithful? Ethan Faithful on the gas, up and into the wall. Here comes Luke Fink into the pocket. Both drivers transition nicely into the UDC teardrop for the one final time. Can they get through here smoothly? Ethan Faithful flats with the outside, drops a tyre. Does he drop a tyre? Was it right off there, Kenny? That'll be up to the judges to decide that. Here comes Luke Fink putting the pressure on. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one final time as they come back around the Repco Mimico wall ride, and Ethan Faithful whacks the wall. And here they come, your finalists. Salute them. Two champion drivers, Ethan Faithful and Luke Fink. And Fink 360s it. It went 360 to, and Luke Fink, your champion elect. Put your hands together for Luke Fink, ladies and gentlemen. He is a happy boy. There is Luke Fink, your champion in waiting. What a season it has been, ladies and gentlemen, for the great Aussie lad. Let's go down to Stephen Makaiba and Keisuke Nagashima.
So here we are. We come to the end of the 2024-2025 D1NZ Championship. Baypark, give these drivers and their crews a huge round of applause. So, in the round, let's start with position number 3. And in the round, P3 goes to Dave Steedman. And in second position for the round, Ethan Faithful. And your round winner has not been off the podium in all 5 rounds. Give it up for Luke Fink. And that's your official round podium for the final round of the D1NZ season. And in third position for the championship in 2025, Connor Heligan. In second position in the championship, Dave Steedman. Your 2025 Drift King in D1NZ, give it up for Luke Fink. And of course, what goes with that is the Drift Japan ticket to go to the western parts of Japan, hang out on some cool tracks and do your thing. And a thanks to Ben Hodges. Gentlemen, hold those trophies high, you deserve it. What a season it has been.